All right, let's revisit this whole issue of Biden's green tariff war with China, whatever that is, as well as some other matters. Joining us now, great pleasure, Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley. Senator Grassley, sir, welcome back to the show. Look, you were chairman of the Finance Committee. You're still on the Finance Committee. You've been through all the trade and tax discussions. I mean, what Biden is doing, he's putting China is still engaged in unfair trading practices. And Biden is putting tariffs mostly on things that the U.S. isn't buying. For example, EVs. And they're cutting back on EV batteries. And we don't buy much aluminum or steel from China. I think this is late, small, a very meek response to the China trade war. What do you think, sir?
Yeah, we're 10 years behind fighting China on the trade war. They've been stealing our intellectual property,
yes,
our trade secrets. They've been making American corporations do business the way the Chinese Communist Party wants it done. And we should be getting them out of the World Trade Organization because they aren't following the rules of international trade. We should be, instead of putting tariffs on, we should be using the offsets that we have when foreign governments subsidize. And dollar for dollar it should be. I think going the tariff war way is going to invite retaliation. Like we saw in the previous administration when it was put on, they took retaliation against agricultural products for a state like mine where we produce a third more than we consume domestically. We have to export, and we can't have a trade war that hurts some segments of the American economy. But you're absolutely right. China is doing things that are entirely wrong by subsidizing their products or restricting exports of their products so they can monopolize the market. And they're really doing it in a way to get their own economy going again by emphasizing subsidized manufacturing and then dumping it all over the world.
Well, that's the thing, to your points, okay. We had a 2-year negotiation, 2 years plus. I was on the China trade team with Bob Lighthizer, Steve Mnuchin, and so forth. China has not lived up to buying the agriculture farm commodities that was originally planned out. They have not bought the manufacturing or chemical commodities and products that was laid out. They have not stopped the stealing of intellectual property. They still are forcing technology transfers. They still own 51% of any American company that does business in China. These were all issues that were put on the table in Trump's phase 1 deal, and the Bidens aren't talking about any of that stuff. As I said, they're putting small tariffs. $18 billion is nothing. We have a $300 billion plus trade deficit with China, and they're not raising the questions. And one last one, Senator Grassley. China, as you undoubtedly know, China is buying oil from Iran, which breaks sanctions. They are buying oil from Russia. And, sir, in so doing, in importing oil, they are financing 2 wars against the United States. And the Bidens never say a word about that.
You're absolutely right, and it goes back to the Trump administration, the good things they did to put the clamps on Iran so they couldn't export their oil. Those sanctions are still on, but this administration is not enforcing those sanctions. So we have tens of billions of dollars of income into Iran by selling most of their oil to China. Then we give back $6 billion of frozen sanction money that gave back to them. And then what do they use that for? They use that for subsidizing terrorism in the Middle East and around the world. And for all we know, they're getting terrorists into the United States through the southern border. And it's just wrong that we aren't enforcing those, and we're emboldening Iran and enriching Iran so that they can continue to subsidize terrorism in the Middle East.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Senator Grassley, last 45 seconds. Bidens are over-regulating grain farmers, as I understand your peeve, particularly in Iowa. Can you just give us 40 seconds on that, sir?
Yeah, take 40 minutes, but I'll give you 40 seconds.
Yes, sir.
The model that goes by the acronym GREET, G-R-E-E-T, is a good scientific formula, but it's been politicized and here in Washington, D.C. by bureaucrats that don't know anything about family farming and how we raise corn and soybeans, and they would need that corn and soybeans to get the next generation of aviation fuel, but they're doing it in such a complicated way that they aren't going to get any farmers to cooperate in it, and in the meantime, they're going to export or import from Brazil ethanol that comes from sugar because it's got a less environmental or less carbon footprint.
All right. We shined a spotlight on it, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks for your other comments. Good to see you, Senator Grassley. Appreciate it very much.
Good to see you.
All right.